Dodge vehicles are all over the road, but have you ever wondered how the company's founding family lived? Hi everyone, Ken here. Today we are touring the many mansions of Horace and Anna Dodge. Hit that subscribe button and let's explore this house. Anna Dodge's story began humbly. Born in Scotland in 1871, she arrived in Detroit as a child, alongside her widowed mother living in tenement housing. Encouraged to pursue music, she made ends meet by giving piano lessons and never imagined the heights she would one day reach. That course began to change in 1896 when she married Horace Dodge, a gifted mechanic from a modest background in Niles, Michigan. Horace, alongside his brother John, had a knack for creating quality automobile parts in a new industry brimming with promise. First they built transmissions for Oldsmobile, then ventured into a partnership with Henry Ford. That profitable alliance set the Dodges on an upward trajectory, and by 1914 they had formed their own company, Dodge Brothers, which became one of the most successful automakers in America. In 1910, with money flowing in from the Dodge brothers and Horace's shares in Ford, Horace and Anna asked architect Albert Kahn to design a mansion befitting their new status. The result was Rose Terrace, often referred to later as Rose Terrace 1. It was a grand, red sandstone house in the Detroit suburbs of Grosse Pointe Farms that overlooked Lake St. Clair. Plush gardens cascaded down to the lake, and Anna dotted them with her favorite roses. As we step inside, we arrive in the main hall, where the grand staircase sweeps out a view below a dazzling coffered ceiling. Off to the side is an ingle nook to ensure that even on the coldest of days, the family was always met with warmth from the moment they came home. Life might have seemed like a dream for the couple, hosting large parties and making lasting memories, but it was tragically short-lived. In 1920, Horace unexpectedly fell ill and passed away, leaving Anna as the sole beneficiary of an enormous fortune. Only 5 years later, she and Matilda Dodge, her sister-in-law, sold the Dodge Brothers company for a record-setting sum of $146 million, the modern equivalent of over $2.6 billion. Already wealthy beyond imagination, Anna next purchased a remarkable Palm Beach estate in 1926 known as Playa Riente. Its massive, Mediterranean-inspired design was the work of architect Addison Meisner, and it spanned more than 1,000 feet of oceanfront property. Playa Riente was infamous for lavish parties long before Anna took it over. The story went that parts of the home hovered over the Atlantic during high tide, while a dramatic marble staircase led straight down to the waves. Curiously, mere weeks after acquiring this Florida showplace, Anna surprised everyone by marrying the very real estate agent who had brokered the purchase, the charismatic and much younger actor Hugh Dillman. Their party soon became legendary in Palm Beach circles, and they even hosted the Duke and Duchess of Windsor during a memorable soiree in 1941. Anna then set her sights on replacing her first Grosse Pointe mansion. She razed Rose Terrace 1 in 1931 and commissioned architect Horace Trumbauer to create an even more spectacular residence on nearly 9 acres along Lake St. Clair. The new mansion, dubbed Rose Terrace 2, was completed in 1934 after a reported $7 million outlay. Inspired by Miramar, a mansion that Trumbauer had previously designed in Newport, Rhode Island, Anna's new masterpiece was bigger and, in the eyes of many, better. It featured soaring ceilings, an opulent music room with a pipe organ originally purchased for the earlier house, and furnishings pulled from some of Europe's most storied palaces. Over the years, Anna gathered antiques once belonging to Russian empresses, English kings, and French queens, along with entire panels of wood and stone imported from across the Atlantic. A sumptuous marble staircase, a warren of servants' quarters in the attic, and extensive formal gardens overlooking the water all underlined Anna's place in the very top echelons of American society. As we head inside, we'll take a quick look at the floor plan to note how simple the layout is for a mansion of this magnitude. Swinging open the front doors, we arrive in the vestibule, passing between Ionic columns gracing a dotted marble floor. To our side, we spot the grand staircase, teasing us beyond an archway. We can mosey on over there to get a better look at it. The stair hall is clad in kenstone, though the steps themselves are composed of solid marble slabs. We'll see more of this when we head upstairs. The large door under the staircase appears tiny, but I assure you that this is just because of the blown-out proportions of the room. This leads to the reception room, where Anna's guests would wait for her butler to announce she was ready to receive them. Let's turn around now and head back through the vestibule, making our way through the set of French doors in the central arch. This leads us to the white and gold music room, which could be cleared of its furnishings and converted into a ballroom at a moment's notice. To the side of the fireplace, we can follow the antehall into the formal dining room, where we can imagine a small army of servants serving each of Anna's dinner guests on silver platters and carefully setting the table with gold-plated cutlery. Though for more casual meals, she could be found dining in the breakfast room, and just to tie this image together, a favorite dish of hers was said to be fried frog legs, which probably isn't the type of food you'd imagine in such a fancy space. Now, had we traveled to the other end of the music room, we would have found the library, clad in rich wood paneling and broken up by built-in bookshelves. At the far end of the room, we see a life-size portrait of Anna dressed up as Madame Pompadour. At the other end of the library, we step out onto the loggia, which doubled as the card room. The doors would be opened in the summertime to allow for cool breezes to come off the lake. Now that we've seen all the public rooms on the first floor, let's begin making our way up to the second floor. At the stair landing, we walk around the Ionic columns, catching glimpses of an antique European tapestry hung above the grand staircase. This is a good time for us to take a look at the floor plan. We'll be heading over to the wing on the left, which was reserved for Anna and her husband. And this is a view of that hall leading to the double doors that separate the couple's wing from the rest of the second floor. Anna's bedroom was clad in salvaged wall panels with a brilliant marble fireplace mantel described to have intricate carvings. Keeping the colors of the room in mind, we can turn around to see her beds for the rare occasion when she would permit her husband to sleep in the same room as her. Anna tried really hard to fit in with high society, and even though she was never quite accepted, she started every day in her dressing room trying to look her best. And while it might take some imagination, we can see some of her private ensuite in this photo, from a solid stone tub to false wall panels concealing safes full of gold and jewels. Despite this splendor, her marriage to Hugh did not endure. They divorced in 1947, and Anna reclaimed the Dodge name. She did, however, hold on to Playa Riente, only to find that by the early 1950s, conspicuous Palm Beach real estate was not in high demand. Unable to sell the mansion, even at a bargain price that included acres of ocean-to-lake property, she attempted to donate it as a school, but with local zoning issues leading to a lost court battle, she decided to order the entire estate torn down out of spite. Eventually, Anna focused her energies almost exclusively on Rose Terrace too, where she continued her love of art and philanthropic efforts, especially toward the Detroit Symphony Orchestra. Her personal tragedies multiplied when both of her children, Delphine and Horace Jr., passed away before her, yet she went on quietly at her palatial home, living to the remarkable age of 100. Upon her passing in 1970, Anna left behind a considerable legacy that included a major monetary gift to Detroit for the Horace E. Dodge & Son Memorial Fountain. She also bequeathed the entirety of Rose Terrace 2's music room contents to the Detroit Institute of Arts. The home itself stood empty for a few years before it was eventually demolished in 1976. Much like Playa Riente, Rose Terrace 2 vanished from the landscape, but not from memory. Between those two lost mansions and the original Rose Terrace 1, Anna Dodge's story remains a sweeping saga of a colossal fortune, lavish lifestyle, and ultimately, impermanence. And with that, I'll turn it over to you. Which of her mansions did you like the best, or perhaps something else stuck out to you? Either way, let me know down below in the comments section. And while you're there, make sure you're subscribed so you never miss an exciting episode of This House.